Hello and Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's nice to see all of you on this Erev Shabbat. Hope you had a nice week heading into what we hope will be a lovely, wonderful Shabbat. Torah portion this week is the last three plagues. So beware the darkness and the locusts. The last one is more complicated. We'll leave that one off right now. But beware. My favorite thing about locusts, by the way, is
they're kosher.
They're kosher. So if you're hungry a little bit later and you catch a good locust, they are delicious, nutritious, and crunchy. So it's a beautiful thing. I believe they're a delicacy, right? Isn't that Cantor Munchik?
Not for me.
Not for you. All right, great. So if you do a little extra snack later, anytime starting now all the way until tomorrow evening, it is a good source of protein. Do you think it'd be like a locust cereal? Think that'd be a nice thing to have?
Have at it.
I feel like it'd be delicious. I don't know. Okay. So if you're here for the first time or many times, you can check under your seat for the Siddur. It should be right there. The prayer book should be right underneath. Reach right under. There should be one right under you. If there isn't one under you, there's one very close by for you to use. Check the spine of the book. Make sure it says Shabbat on it. Hebrew, English transliteration. Don't take the book in front of you because that one says Torah. That's a good book too, but don't use that one right now. Make sure you use the one underneath you. And so that way we'll be able to participate and sing and pray together as we'll continue our service. It is exciting, of course, to have the Horowitz family here with us tonight and tomorrow to be celebrating Olivia's bat mitzvah here at Congregation B'nai Israel. Special treatment particularly for Joanna, since she runs our clergy department from A to Z. So nothing happens without her. So we had permission to come stand here tonight and participate in the service because nothing gets done without Joanna. So we are so excited to be celebrating with the whole crew. Also, our youth this past weekend spent some fabulous, wonderful time in New Orleans, and we got to hang out together. The SLJ, our youth, our religious school and youth staff, and our students were able to spend time together hearing about the Jewish South and doing all kinds of cool New Orleans things together. You'll be hearing from a bunch of our youth in the middle of the service also about their experiences. So lots of exciting things for us for our service. We're going to begin, though, Shabbat with the lighting of Shabbat candles, which can be found on page 2 in your Siddurim, page 2. And we're going to invite Liv, come on up. And we're going to invite Joanna and Chad, and we're going to invite Gavin and Jack to join us up here.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu
Now that our candles are lit, we are amidst Shabbat together. We're going to sweeten that next 25 hours together with the words of Kiddush, which can be found on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon, hinhi lanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh. Seher letziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'harta ve'otanu ki dashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodsheha be'avava uvratzon hin haltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat.
So now that we've sweetened our Shabbat as well, we are going to continue now into our service, and we continue on page 16 in your Siddurim. Page 16, we'll continue with Psalm 98, which is on the top of page 16. We like to enter Shabbat every week with not just a lighting of Shabbat candles and of having a little wine or juice, and then eventually towards the end of our service having some challah, but we do so with something called Kabbalat Shabbat. It's the appreciation of Shabbat. It's the bringing in the midst of the Shabbat bride into our space. That is why we do it every single week. It makes our prayer a little different than we usually do during the week. We bring in that Shabbat bride into our midst. It makes the challah taste better, the presence of this Shabbat bride, the prayers, the rest, the naps, the sleep, all of those beautiful moments, our study, all of that is a little bit better, a little bit sweeter, a little bit more exciting because we bring in the Shabbat bride into our midst. And so we do that best with maybe the crown piece of Kabbalat Shabbat. Those are, of course, the words and prayers of Lecha Dodi, So you can start to turn to page 20 and 21, where we will officially invite in that bride into our midst, making these hours just a little bit better, a smidge more exciting, a smidge more purposeful. We'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we get to 9, we'll be standing and facing the door to officially welcome that bride into our midst. Verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, pages 20 and 21.
Shabbat tefillah alecha dodi nikrat kahala b'nei Shabbat ne'ekabela itoreri ki ba'orech kumi ori shidaberi kevod Adonai alayich nigla alecha dodi nikrat kahala b'nei Shabbat
We transition now between Kabbalat Shabbat into the main part of our Arvit service, our evening service with Chatzi Kaddish, page 26.
Yitkada veyitkada shemei rabba belma divrach yirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon v'yomeichon v'chayechol beit Yisrael Bagala udizman kariv ve'imeru Amen Yeheshmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Lol Mehamaya Yitbarach ve'ishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitala shemei dekudesha berichu le'ela min kol bechata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata damiran be'olma ve'imeru Amen.
As as we think about now transitioning from Kabbalat Shabbat through the Chatzi Kaddish that helps us to get to the evening service, and now into our call to worship, the center part of our evening service, we think, are we awake? Are we prepared? Are we ready to transition ourselves from last week into this week, carrying maybe with us from last week really wonderful, beautiful things that happened for us last week and carry them into this week? Or are we leaving some things from last week that we didn't love, some difficult things from last week that we get to transition out of and bring them into Shabbat and spend these hours together? And so when we stand in a moment for Baruch Hu, we should be thinking to ourselves, are we awake? Are we prepared to make this transition and to appreciate these moments of Shabbat together? We continue on 28, and together we stand.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? La 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 la, 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 la la la
We thank God for making night. So let's turn together to page 30. Page 30. And let's read at the bottom of the page in the English together on page 30. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are a creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign. Blessed are you who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. We continue now on page 34 and 35.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated. We continue now on page 36.
Ve'ahavta Adonai Elohecha be'kol lavacha uve'kol nefshecha uve'kol meotecha ve'hayu havarim ha'eleh asher onehi mitzvaha hayam alavaveha Veshinantam levaneha vidibarta bam beshitecha bavateha uvletecha vaderek uvshok beha uvkumeha ukshartam leo al yadehai v'hayuloto taifo beineneha uftaftam al muzozo beitaha vishareha Leman tiskeru vasietem ekol mitzvatai v'etem kedoshim Elohem Ani Adonai Elohem Asher Hosetiahem, Meretz Mitzrayim, Leot Lehem, Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohim.
Let's turn to page 39 and read that paragraph at the top together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, there's a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together into our song of redemption, Micha Mocha, on page 40. Great moments about figuring out how to make liturgy, meaning how to figure out what goes into prayer books all over the world, whether it's Reform movement or conservative or Reconstructionist or Orthodox. One has to figure out what to put in certain pages to connect to our be able to worship. And so Reform books look a little different than Orthodox books, and Orthodox books from conservative books. And so I'm sure that we've all grown up in different books we've had in front of us at different synagogues and different moments all over the world, perhaps. But one thing always stays in this prayer book on Shabbat, and that is the words we're about to continue with together, because they are actually not even in the prayer book. They're actually from the Torah. Actually, the Torah words itself lifted out of the page of the Torah and then plopped into every single Siddur all over the world, no matter where you go. Wherever someone's sitting for Shabbat right now has able to pull out Vishamru. They're going to do it tonight. They're going to do it tomorrow before they do their Kiddush and motzi and eat something tomorrow morning on Shabbat. They'll always connect somehow to the words of Vishamru, which can be found on page 44.
Shabbat
move now into the Amidah, which begins on page 46 in your Sidurim, 4-6, and together we stand.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi yagiti latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Mekone HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, Umevii Geula livnei bneihem, Leman Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach u'Malkein, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atah Rav le'Oshia, Mashiva Ruach u'Morida Gashem, Mechalkel Chayim bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar, Micha mocha bal gevurot, Umido melach, melech memit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'neman atah lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalalucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
We continue silently now, reflecting, thinking about Shabbat, our rest, our days coming forward for us, these 25 hours, our own reflections, beginning here on page 52 through page 62. Whenever you're finished, please be seated. So, if you don't know, that's Sophia Kramer, right over here. We're going to invite up now Molly Miller and Talia Vivi and Aviv Keller to join us, to stand over here for a moment and to let you know a little bit about what's going to happen now. So, we were very blessed to hang out with these teens, some other teens over the last couple, this last past weekend for MLK weekend. And it was super fun. They were lucky to drag me along because I was just there and like hanging out with the kids. But truly, it was wonderful to be with Miriam Rafranu, who's our director of the religious school, and with Marissa Ron, who is their assistant director, and with Annie Rosenthal, who is our youth engagement professional. And so they were lucky to invite me to hang out for the weekend with them as they took care of everything. And I stood by and I took breakfast orders, which was great in the morning. And they were like, who wants a bagel? Okay. Who wants oatmeal? All right, great. So I was able to do those very complex things while they planned everything, and so I did that, and then really it was Marissa who ultimately executed those things. So I was just there for support, and I did nothing. I was important because we took Ubers all around New Orleans, which was awesome. So they needed a fourth human to fill the space to order an Uber, and my skill level is high enough to be able to order an Uber. So I was lucky enough to be dragged to do that and to participate in a really fabulous, wonderful time together that involved fun and sightseeing and Judaism and great experiences. I'm not going to give away any of the details because these four people are going to be tasked to share that with you. You should know that everyone on the trip, all of our youth, had to do something. They couldn't just stand by. So some of them wrote blog posts at the end of every night to talk about what they were doing, and others volunteered something to come up here and share some of their words with us, personal thoughts about how great and how wonderful this wonderful opportunity was for us. So we're going to invite the four of you officially up here. Put your two microphones over here, and I think if I'm right, Molly and Sophia are going first, and then Avivi and Aviv are going to go second. Is that right? Yep. All right, great. All right, great.
Shabbat Shalom!
Or as they say in New Orleans, Happy Shabbat Gras.
My name's Molly Miller,
And my name's Sophia Kramer.
and we had the pleasure of going to New Orleans with SLJ and 15 more of our peers on MLK weekend.
Wait, Molly, what does New Orleans and Mardi Gras have anything to do with Judaism?
Well, Sophia, I'm glad you asked. It's all about community. In this week's Torah portion, Per Shabbat, the Israelites finally leave Egypt. But before they go, God tells them to stop, come together, and remember. Freedom is not just about leaving. It's about being able to show who we are as individuals and as a collective group. That stood out to us because in New Orleans, we discovered ourselves as individuals and as busy.
At the beginning of the weekend, we all showed up separately, but we left as one. Whether it was sitting together during long days, walking on Bourbon Street, or late night talks at mini golf, we got to know each other in ways we wouldn't have at home.
Just like in Per Shabbat, everything happens as a community, and no one experiences it alone.
Among the many things that made this trip special was visiting the Museum of the Southern Jewish Experience. In Parshat Bo, the Israelites are commanded to remember their story and pass it on, and that is what the museum is all about. Learning how Southern Jews built communities made Jewish history feel closer to my home in South Florida and my home away from home in Georgia, URJ Camp Coleman. The museum ended with a room dedicated to Southern Jews, many of whom attended sleepaway camp. A photo of the size of the whole wall of my sleepaway camp was displayed in this room. Seeing the picture of Camp Coleman helped me see the big picture that we are connected no matter where we go and where we are from.
A single moment that stood out to me and the entire busy group was attending Sunday Mass at the St. Louis Cathedral. Attending the prayers of another's Abrahamic religion shows me the differences, but most importantly, the similarities that we all share. We all pray the same values, read the same themes, and share some biblical prophets. And at the end of the day, Jewish or not, we all want peace. We all want help, and we all put our shoes on one foot after the other.
Even some of our more relaxed activities are connected back to Parshat Bo. Mini golf, for example, wasn't just about getting a hole-in-one. It was about the connections we made with one another, laughing and cheering on our friends. Experiences like these give us the opportunity to play with people we usually don't get to spend time with. Aviv, Mila, and I spent mini golf together, getting to know the real us, inside and out, and truly making a lifelong connection. After Parshat Bo, the Israelites had to spend 40 years with people they didn't know yet. While I may not have known all my fellow busy members before this trip, I now see the value of a single weekend that has on shaping a friendship. I can only imagine what the value of 40 years.
This trip showed us that trying new things, learning from the past, and connecting with others can change us in ways we didn't expect. Just like in Parshat Bo, we didn't come back the same people we left. Happy Shabbat, girl!
Hey everyone, Shabbat Shalom. I'm Aviv.
And I'm Tali. We've had the great pleasure of serving as co-presidents of the B'nai Israel Senior Youth Group, also known as Busy, our awesome youth group here at CBI this incredible year. This past weekend was truly amazing. We went with a group of 17 teens on a trip to New Orleans to dive in and soak up the culture, history, and Jewish experience that make Louisiana and this iconic city so unique.
In just one weekend, we explored so many different places and shared so many impactful stories. We visited historical synagogues, gorgeous churches, and the famous and super lively streets of the French Quarter. At every stop, we learned more and more about what helped shape New Orleans we see today. Being on the trip during MLK weekend only made us reflect on how far our community has really evolved.
We kicked off our trip immediately by diving into the heart of New Orleans. Our very first evening in Louisiana, we spent at the Torah Synagogue, where we dined with members of the local Jewish community. The next day at Mardi Gras World, we got to experience the joy that is Mardi Gras, or Fat Tuesday, and King Cake firsthand.
During our visit to the Museum of Southern Jewish Experience, Rabbi Keller kindly bought matching Shalom Y'all shirts for our group. As we explored the exhibit, we saw generations of Southern Jewish history, including the instrumental roles Jews played in the civil rights movement.
As a people whose history includes slavery, from which we were finally freed in this week's Parshat Bo, our people deeply understand Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s conviction that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Since Tali and I are both high school seniors, we're definitely realizing that we're graduating this year. We've been lucky enough to go on a ton of busy trips throughout high school, and we can genuinely tell you these experiences are way more than just typical sightseeing or taking pictures.
For us, especially now, these trips are all about intentionally hanging out with awesome people you already care about in your youth group community, and maybe, even more excitingly, getting to know those great individuals you haven't had much time with yet. My family always talks about how you are who you surround yourself with, and I've never been prouder to be a person who surrounds myself with such amazing friends.
Spending concentrated time with my amazing SLJ crew was honestly one of the biggest highlights of this New Orleans trip. There's a special energy when you're away together. Connecting with people you might not see much outside of your regular Tuesday night classes is the perfect, natural way to form lasting friendships and connections to college and beyond.
Being on this trip, knowing it was our last one as seniors, made everything feel more meaningful. Every conversation, every laugh, even the quiet moments walking together felt like something that I wanted to hold on to. Busy has given me a space to grow, to feel supported, and to be myself, and this weekend really reminded me how special that is. My dad always told me that yesterday is gone, tomorrow is not promised, so be thankful for today. Today is our present, our gift. Being in New Orleans with my best friends made this quote really resonate. How lucky we are to have such a close community that loves being together. These trips create memories in the moment, and beyond that, build relationships that stay together with us long after the plane ride home.
If there's one message that we can instill for the future generation of Busyites, it's this. Family need not only consist of merely those whom we share blood, but also for those whom we give blood. While we may not be connected by blood, Busy is our family and our home, and we love each and every one in it.
As we look to what chapter comes next for us, which is college, we will take what Busy has given us, lifelong friendships, and we carry them with us forever. Shabbat Shalom.
Come back. Come back. we didn't tell them, but we're going to bring Miriam and Marissa and Annie up here as well. We good? No, we're going to bring them here. You here. Great, thank you. Thank you for standing with the children. You are. One of the best moments, and I think that we'll agree, of what we do is to create moments like this, because we're lucky enough to create and help create lifelong memories and connections. And I was joking about being in the background, and which is true, because being amidst a team like this who cares not just about the details and the timing, but about checking in with the kids and the hugs and the moments and the love is what allows us to make these moments and future moments. And so there were great highs about eating beignets, which the kids didn't talk about, which is shocking. And because we did only serve them once, although we planned to do it other times, but you know the lines were long. And so there are other beautiful moments, including a very spiritual moment, eating a burrito, which I think that we'll agree, which is a spiritual moment, which simultaneously, only in New Orleans during our burrito eating was there a parade. So which doesn't happen all the time in Florida. And so it's a thanks to me not only to be able to be among the kids and celebrate what they were doing, but to be among you who are able to make the magic really happen, each and every one of you, with your love and your affection. And so you all should be not just thankful for the beautiful children and students that we have, but for these wonderful people who help make the magic for everybody. And so a huge thanks to these three for doing that also. And so this is the first round of our NOLA trip, and hopefully many, many more in the future. We'll give you a break on planning that right now, since it took a while. But it's a beautiful moment for all of us to be able to share in it. So thank you. And thank you for sharing all these beautiful thoughts for everyone. All right, thanks. Has anyone been to New Orleans before? New Orleans? Yeah. So, yeah, if you, the next time you go, because it's only 2 years old, and I don't know if you've been there, this is a rabbi moment, clearly. There's something called the Museum of Southern Jewish Experiences, which is, they spoke about so beautifully. If you have not been to New Orleans, the next time you're there, make some time and make sure you go. It is overwhelming how beautiful and well-constructed and thoughtful it is to hear about. We hear about Ashkenazi Jews and Sephardi Jews, and we hear about Europe, and we hear about Russia, and we hear about South America. And what you don't hear about is the Mississippi and how Jews travel on the Mississippi and the steamboats and the connections that eventually really turn into places like Camp Coleman that so many of us have experienced, and it's because of the contributions of the South that get us there. So the next time that you're in New Orleans, have the beignets, do the tours, go on the ghost tour, which we also got to go to. Pack accordingly, because it was frigid. I mean, 33 degrees in the morning when we woke up, and so it's frigid. So pack a coat and eat the beignets and the gloves. Was it? And also a nice gift for my wife, who didn't have anyone at home with her for several days. And so that's the best gift of all, maybe, for my wife, who said, please take the children and go away for 4 days. And so that was the best part of that. Maybe even better than beignets, probably. So we will bottle up all of these wonderful emotions and connections and stories from our youth and the opportunities that we had to be able to learn from so many other cultures and other moments and connect back into our space and use all of that beautiful connection to think of those in our community who are in need of a healing, a physical, emotional, or a spiritual healing. We are thinking of Lillian Angel, of Azriel Ben Avraham, Emma Burla, Arlene Bessner, Gary Bandel, Tori Bandel, Terry Barbaro, Mitchell Danziger, Phyllis Eisenberg, Stuart Eisenberg, Danny Etidui, Judy Feder, Mitchell Mitch Fine, Pam Fitzwater, Stuart Fruman, Lois Gammerman, Amy Golden, Susan Goodhart, Howard Hertzberg, Robin Hertzberg, Ethel Kapner, Naomi Kirstein, Jane Levy, Phyllis Labuti, Harold Lippitz, Gail Medoff, Michael Medoff, Henna Mekla, London Mitchell, Richard Myers, Jennifer Marie Salad, Joshua Levi Salad, Rachel Sigold Sanchez, David Schwartz, Peter Semin, Rosemary Shore, Dr. Stephen Smollow, Carl Smith, David Swerdloff, Michael Zoll, Leah Ziskin, Deborah Zlotnick. To those names, we had any name that you'd like to add at this time. B'Shabarach, our healing prayer can be found on page 253 in your Sidurim. 253. We have some announcements for you on this Erev Shabbat, and to share those announcements with you, we have Barry Schwartz, our president of our board of trustees, coming up here to share some fun stuff with you.
Shabbat Shalom. First of all, Mazel Tov to the Horowitz family on Olivia's bat mitzvah tomorrow. I bet you're going to have some fun. Rosenthal Speaker Series presents Jason Alexander live on March 7th at 8 p.m. Anybody here ever watch Seinfeld? Yeah? Okay. Tickets are on sale now. I think we have about 100 left. We're really close to being sold out. So if you want to be there on March 7th at 8 p.m., make sure you purchase tickets through the link that came in your email or through our website, www.cbiboca.org. January 28th, the Nagel Family Film Festival dinner and a movie presents Who Will Write Our History at 6:30, followed by dinner, reflection, and conversation. Friday, January 30th is Shabbat Shira, sing along with Cantor, and CBI's volunteer choir during Shabbat Shira, the Sabbath of Song. Melton classes will start back up again on Wednesday, February 4th from 10:30 a.m. till noon. Come learn about Attend Understanding Zionism, the Return to Jewish Homeland with Rabbi Keller and Rabbi Silvers. This year's Purim Spiel is titled Purim, a Spiel as Old as Time. It's a Disney theme production. We want your participation. I am not singing, Cantor. You're not getting me to do that. No, I'm not. If you'd like to be part of the cast, it's a lot of fun. Please, thank you. Take a lot of alcohol to get me to do that. Thank you. Please email Joanna Horowitz or Cantor Muchnick and let them know you want to be part of the production. Save the date for the spiel, which is March 3rd, with a pizza dinner and a Hamantash and Oneg. Super Bowl Shabbat is Friday, February 6th at 6:30. Game day meets Shabbat as we turn the Cohen-Friedkin Sanctuary into a night full of Super Bowl energy. Break out your favorite NFL jersey or sports team gear. CBI clergy and SLJ fourth grade students will lead a lively Shabbat experience filled with community, food, and fun. A reminder, our Misha Barak list is cleared at the end of every month. Please fill out the form found on our website to add any loved ones to the list. Yahrzeit letters have gone digital and are now delivered via email through ShulCloud. And please join us in the North Social Hall for Oneg Follows services. And yes, the challahs are there also. Shabbat Shalom.
Also, Rabbi David Greenberg is here in the house with us. He is in the corner right there, and he will continue with his classes for us, right? You still have another series of classes for us, right? Yes, so we have also those classes for us as well. So a lot of fun teaching ahead of us, and there are information about those classes on our website and on flyers also. We'll tell you that anytime Rabbi Greenberg teaches classes, they fill up. So you're going to want to be in his classes as well. What was the date for the Purim Spiel? I think it's
March 2nd.
March 2nd. March 2nd is the date of the Purim Spiel, and so we are still taking bids on what to call it. We haven't figured out.
No,
we're calling it.
We're done. We're done.
What is it
Purim,
called now?
Yeah. Spiel is all the time. It's fine. It's good.
A spiel as old as time,
Yeah.
but it's more than just Beauty and the Beast. It's other Disney things. Like what? Tell us, like what?
Mulan, Lion King, Aladdin, Hercules.
Hercules.
Yeah.
Great.
It's gonna be good. Yeah.
What's that?
Some Cantor wrote it.
Yeah, Cantor, Muchnick wrote everything from beginning to end.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah, magic carpet ride, if you will.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. All right, here we go. We're going to begin to conclude our service. Aleinu can be found on page 282 in your Sidurim, 282. Together we stand.
Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם אלוקינו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים במשתחווים ניצבים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו echad.
Prior to reciting names for Shiva or Shloshim, we want to mention the passing of James Davidson. That is the father of the Davidson family. Everyone knows Mira Davidson, and so this is her father-in-law who passed. Peter's father passed, and so that's James Davidson. That funeral will take place on Monday. Information went out about it this morning. We can give you more information if you'd like. So just want to mention that to you prior to Shiva and Shloshim, since that service is going to be on Monday. In the period of Shiva, we're thinking of Howie Silvestri, and in the period of Shloshim, the immediate 30-day mourning period, we're thinking of Arlene Block, Martin Shear, and Edwin Lurie. And our yortshites that occur for us this week: Jason Beam, Howard Brown, Ethel Cohen, Herbert Cohen, Donald Deutsch, Shirley Feldman, Barry Gordon, Herbert Greenblatt, Louis Itzkowitz, Irene Jacob, Gladys Kuznet, Jerry Lee, Marvin Lynn, Lily Adis Mickler, Corey Nahum, Gianluca Petrella, Gloria Resman, Julius Rosen, Edith Rothschild, Ernest Rothschild, Ian Rudnick, Beatrice Schildkraut, Jean Schiller, Helen Schwartz, Benjamin Siegel, George Smith, Nelson Diaz Soto, William Stern. To those names we had any name you'd like to add at this time? Gedusha Tom, Mourners Kaddish, 294 in your Sudarim, 294. Yitgadal v'kadash shemei rabah, be'alma divrach riuteh ve'amlich malchuteh, b'chai echon v'yom echon v'chai dechol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yesh shemei rabah mevorach le'olam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitala shmei dekudisha b'richu, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יש לנו רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel. As together we say amen. Please be seated. If you are under the age of bar and bat mitzvah, please join us up here. Help us out with motzi. Under the age of bar or bat mitzvah, join us up here to help us with motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
We are going to conclude our service with Shalom Aleichem, which can be found on page 24 if you'd like the words. Shalom Aleichem, page 24 Shalom. May God, who gives strength unto our people, continue to bless us with hope and strength and love and peace. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.